Long live your turtle here. In this video, I'm gonna be unboxing, installing, and reviewing the ever so popular Turtle Dock by Zoomed. Alright, so the Zoomed Turtle Dock is easily the most popular basking solution for pet turtles available in stores today. This is pretty much the only product that is consistently on store shelves for pet turtles in big pet stores like Petco, PetSmart. And they're not very expensive. This is only $35. It's meant for large turtles, so that should encompass most turtle sizes. They also have a small size, a medium size, and then an even pond size that I actually use out in my pond right now. But this one's specifically designed for large turtles in turtle tanks, so your standard aquariums. Now let's unbox it. Alright, so there's literally only three types of parts here. You have your foam basking platform with ramp. You have your plastic bracket here. And then you have 4 suction cups. And that is it. So that is very simple. And there's literally no instruction manual. The instruction manual is just on the box in 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. So very, very straightforward. Step number 1, rinse it off. I'll be right back. Step number 2, install the mounting bracket, this little plastic piece, through the holes, and you're now rinsed floating dock. There you go. Step 3, add your suction cups. All right, that's it. Successfully assemble the Zoomed floating dock. All right, next and final step is to install it in our tank. Now, I had this all set up for this product, except for one thing that I didn't notice, which was this is only installable on one side of your tank. And why is that? Because your suction cups can only go on this side of your floating dock, and you want this installed on the back glass of your tank, so the ramp goes this way. And if I have it on this side where I thought it was going to be, they're going to slide right off into the side of the tank, and that's not going to be very comfortable for them, and they probably wouldn't really use the basking dock very much. Really, it needs to go on this side. That way they can enter and exit the basking area without hitting the side of the wall on the tank. So I need to switch over everything on the tank so that I can install it on the correct side that it's meant for. My bad, but also a limitation that I'm going to note for a review later. All right, it's review time. Long live your turtle shells shall be given, maybe. Let's get to it. First and foremost, we go over the pros, of course. Pro number 1, the price. This basker cost me about $33. That's an incredible price for an essential part of a turtle tank setup. You need a tank, you need a stand, you need a filter, and you need a basking dock. Those are the essentials for keeping a healthy turtle. The fact that a whole basking area is only $33, that's a great deal. That is not expensive, and even most DIY projects are going to cost you more than that. Pro number 2, there are only almost one hand's worth of parts. 6 parts. 4 of those are suction cups. Then you got the foam basking area, and then the bracket supports. That's it. You cannot possibly get this wrong, and it's really simple to assemble, really easy to install. Just attach the 4 suction cups and you're all done. Nothing in the aquarium world is that easy except for this product. And that simplicity for a lot of people is going to go a long way, especially taking care of turtles, which can be a lot of work. And the third pro for me is it looks pretty nice. It's kind of natural looking, stone, earthy look to it that I think just looks good in a tank, especially when you have it decorated very simply like I do. It blends in very easily, and I think it would look good in a lot of setups. Time to talk about the cons. Con number 1, check out the water line in my tank. That is about 50 to 60% of the capacity of my 75-gallon tank. Now, this is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to the pet turtle product industry, and that is the products available for pet turtles mostly are assuming that you're not going to have a full aquarium to accommodate whatever this product is for your pet turtle. And why this is a problem? Well, most aquatic turtles love swimming. They're strong swimmers and they spend most of their life in ponds, rivers, and lakes. So they want a lot of space to swim around in, and obviously you want to give them as much space as possible. And when you invest a lot of space, footprint, and money into big setups like the 75-gallon aquarium with a stand and a big filter, it seems like robbery that you wouldn't be able to fill your tank all the way to accommodate your turtle. And what makes this especially worse is this is a big tank, but it only holds about 50 to 60 gallons of water, which means the absolute minimum you can really get here is a 5 to 6 inch turtle to live comfortably in a space like this. So already getting a basking dock solution like this one, you are limiting the size of the turtle that you can put in this very large tank. Just a note, Harold's a red-eared slider, the most popular pet turtle species in the United States, and she is very small at 6 inches. That is like lower male size, and the maximum female size is usually around 10 to 12 inches, which my other females are 8.5 and 9.5 inches. So this tank already won't work for them, and it's absolute maximum for Harold here. And why is this an issue? Because you have to keep the turtle dock down so that you have a barrier, some walls, that your turtle can't climb out of the tank. And you also need to have lights over that basking area, and that needs to be a set distance so that it's not too hot, not too cold, and also the UVB is penetrating deep enough so that your turtle will get all the UVB radiation that they need. So yeah, you can do a couple things. You could raise the light up and put some walls just on top of your tank here so you could fill the tank up to the top. But then you're doing a DIY project that if you're going that far, you might as well go a little further and just scrap using the dock altogether. I have a couple videos in my channel of how to do DIY docks like that. And if you hate DIY completely, I'm going to promote my own store here, sorry about that, but check out my Etsy store for the Turtle Basker 5000, which is an above tank basking solution that you can buy, and it comes right to your front door. And it fits a tank just like this one. All right, enough about that. Let's keep going about the turtle dock here. And this one hurts mostly because it's kind of misleading. This is the large turtle basking dock, the large size, which you would think would probably fit the larger pet turtles that would exist. Maybe the most popular species like a slider, but a 6-inch slider, which is like the smallest size slider ever, does not work on this basker. I showed you earlier, with Harold on there, it sinks down and it is partially underwater when she's trying to bask. And that is not the purpose of a basking area. A purpose of a basking area is for your turtle to climb out onto dry land so that they can dry out and soak in the heat and UVB, UVA rays that are beneficial to their metabolism and overall health. They shouldn't be halfway in the water, only half their body's warming up and drying out. That's going to be really inefficient for them and kind of difficult, especially if they have to hold themselves up there. It's not comfortable. Sure, they'll probably do it because they need to, and you'll probably see them try, but that's not how a basking dock should be for a turtle. So really the fact here is you can't have a 6-inch turtle. I would say even a 5-inch is probably too much. I would say this can accommodate a 4-inch turtle and smaller. Otherwise, it's going to be a real rickety setup for them to try to bask comfortably, not getting wet, and staying out of the water. And then con number 3 is this product uses suction cups. And me and suction cups, we do not get along. I already, in 1 week of a brand new product, I've had to fix the top suction cups and the bottom suction cups separately. It's not difficult, but I have to take the top off, I have to turn the lights off, I have to move them over, I have to make sure they're not melting the plastic trim over there. It's just very inconvenient for me to have to keep an eye on this to make sure that a turtle that is too large for this basker, but a turtle that would fit it, can still bask comfortably every day. And it just feels like a lot to have to pay attention to whether your basker is just floating off into deep water or staying where it should, because I simply can't trust suction cups. And even over time, suction cups will break down and they won't work as well as they once did. And the fact that they didn't already work that well, I can only imagine how much I'll have to fix this in, say, a year or two. So those are some heavy cons. Let's get to the rating. All right, quick summary of pros and cons. It's cheap, it's easy to assemble, it's easy to install, and it looks pretty nice for the value. Cons. It wastes a ton of water real estate for your tank. It's not strong enough to hold large turtles. It actually can only really accommodate turtles up to 4 inches. And just an added note, that's the legal size that you can buy them at a local pet store in the United States, so you're already starting at the largest Zoo Med aquarium floating turtle dock. And lastly, it uses suction cups, which with rough turtles and just being suction cups, they come off all the time and it's a huge pain. And with that, I give this product 2 out of 5 shells. 1 is for the pros I mentioned, 2 is it could work for some temporary situations, or you could use it for a DIY project. Other than that, this product, while it's very affordable, it really isn't practical, and once you get it and set it up, you're going to be looking for new solutions, which really brings down the rating of this product. I know it's popular, and I know a lot of people probably use it, but I just can't get that behind it. That's my review for the Zoo Med Turtle Dock. Again, if you want a different type of solution, check out my Etsy store. I sell an above tank basking dock that will solve a lot of the issues you're seeing here. Or if you want to do something DIY, I have a bunch of DIY above tank basking platforms that you can build yourself. Thanks for watching. Leave questions, comments, your experience with this same dock. Like and subscribe. Long live your turtle.